Hey there everybody, my name is Newlio and welcome back to this next episode of City Skylines. As always, I have a nice copy here to get me going for this episode. So, in the last episode we looked at this university campus. We got all the main layouts sorted, and we did some detailing around all the different areas like the tennis courts, the running track, and the main sort of area for students to hang out and sort of study, etc. So, what we're going to do today is get this next suburb sorted out, and also do like a little section here which is going to be kind of like an off-campus sort of accommodation for students. So we've got the on-campus one, and then we're sort of going to work with some on-campus stuff and have some sort of larger buildings, almost like apartment buildings but not quite, sort of more university style. So what we're going to do first is just get our road set up for this area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upgrade these roads to the new 3-lane asymmetric roads that we've just received from the new update from networking projects, I think it's called, and they're really cool. And the reason why I want to use these ones is there's something, a little trick that I was just kind of playing around with that I really want to sort of put into play. So you're going to see that as well. So I'm just going to upgrade these roads in this direction because we'll probably have a lot more traffic going towards uni than away from this sort of university campus. And I'm going to bring this all the way down, and then actually I think this one will go. And then I might actually change the direction with this one and kind of make it come this way, like so, because you'll have a lot of traffic coming off this road. And I don't actually think that's changed it the right direction, but I'll sort that out later. It has here though. Interesting. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to start the layout of this first part. So I kind of want to bring a road from about here, and I want to bring it out, have it go, no, actually I want to kind of have it more on an angle, so let's have it sort of come to about there, and then I want it to go straight that way, and that kind of lines up pretty well with that. And then I'll make another one that comes from here to there, and then we'll probably take this road and just make it a little bit smaller, so we're coming one into there for now. And this is going to be the start of our university off-campus area. So we're going to have a mixture between sort of shops and residential buildings, so that, you know, our uni students have somewhere to buy food and things like that as well. So we're going to pick out some apartment buildings here. I kind of like these new modern ones. I want to try and find ones that aren't too big. So this is quite a good size. I want to place it along. Where is it facing? Okay, let's put it here. And maybe we'll have a couple of different ones. So I want to maybe look at having 3 main buildings. This one's kind of similar, so maybe have this one on the corner. And just check if we want. It's probably not going to fit in. Maybe this one have like a sort of a larger one to finish it off. And let's put that. Let's put that there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move these. I'm going to swap this one. Why can't I swap this one? That's right, I'll just clone it and delete it. So I'm going to move this one to there, get rid of that, and move this one to there, and get rid of that one. Like so. Actually, I don't like that road there, so I'm going to move this one to about, I can't do that. Okay, so let's just get rid of that one, and I'll use the move tool to move that one into place. So let's get rid of this one. We're going to slide this across to here and kind of make it go to there. Oops, like so. And then this one, let's leave that one there for now because I kind of like where that is. So now I just gotta check. I do want to redo this road because I only need these the nodes to connect these roads at a certain point. So, and you'll see what I'm doing in a sec. So I'm gonna have one that goes, have a node there, and then a node there, and then what I can do is just fix them up a bit later. Same with this one, which is a bit easy because it's just straight. So I want one that goes to there, and then to there, and then to there. And you'll see why I'm doing that in a second later on. So now let's put some, actually if I have any Rico commercial, we'll put maybe a Smoothie King sort of. I might actually even just put one of these, and just kind of have one that sort of maybe makes like a little bit of a like a circuit or a square, and then I'll put the smoothie one on one of these ones. So maybe let's have that one there, and then I don't think there's anything else. So let's just zone the rest with sort of lower commercial things. So let's put maybe one there, have one there, and we'll leave that free, and then we'll have maybe a line of shops that kind of run up against there, and then maybe like a small office block. If we've got a Rico one, actually I'll use that, but just a nice small, I think these are going to be too big, so we're just doing a nice small office block because we do have a bit of industry demand. And then what I might do is do layout for this suburb, and then I'll come back to this one here, and we'll start creating what I was originally setting this up for. So I will sort that out, and then we'll be back shortly after that. Alright everyone, welcome back. And so I've just done the layout for this suburb area. Worked out quite nice, and so what we're going to do now is start working on some parking for this area. So what I'm going to do is basically make like on-street parking, but more perpendicular rather than sort of parallel. So the cars will sort of be parked at like a 45-degree angle on this lane here, instead of just parked on the side. So I sort of got this idea from another City Skylines YouTuber who's doing a Mars City. I think it's like Silvaret, where he sort of tweaked around or tweaked sort of pedestrian and vehicle road to sort of change things around. I'm sort of doing something similar, not quite the same. So I need to go into my traffic manager position. We're going to go into lane connectors. I'm going to focus on these two nodes here. So we're going to get this first one and make these ones connected there, and this one connected there, and then we'll just make sure that that works there. And so basically we want to push all the cars onto this far right lane so that we've got the left lane free, and then come around to this one and just let them back onto that one there, and we don't need to worry about that one as well. So I need to remember where these are, and I might just put some sort of prop to mark it out so I can see where it is. So I think there was one there, and I think there was one there. So if I go back to, yeah, so they're in about the right spot. So I might just actually move this just a little bit closer. So they're sort of in the right spot to mark where our lanes are, sort of where this lane becomes non-usable by cars. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to get this garden bed, so this one here, and I think it needs to be like this, so we'll probably make it go to there. We'll get this one and we'll flip it around. That one can go, oops, just into this spot here, and then we'll take another one of these and rotate it around to there, like that, and we can use move it tool to clean up. And then I'll basically do the same thing here, so I'm going to put this one there, and that can go there, and then I might just actually use this the move it tool just to copy this one and just place it there, and then it saves me having to. I might just actually move the others because I haven't sort of done that one. That's a bit off. Just fix these up. Okay, so this is kind of what our parking is going to work with. I'm basically going to have these 45-degree angles into the car parks, and then what I need to do is to find a car so that I can get the length right, because if you do it on too much of an angle, they sort of stick out across the dotted line, and so basically you get cars clipping through. But this way we can sort of measure it out. So we're going to get one of these cars and use this as our basis for the angle of these lines, because if I do it at straight 45, you can see it sort of pokes out of there. So I kind of wanted to have it just about there, and that way they won't sort of clip through, and then I can come and get these lines and start making our parks. And the good thing is that it's already synced with the angle, so if I do that there and just move this across so I can get the right size, like that, and I'll get rid of the C, and then I just basically have to evenly space this out, like so. Probably a little bit off, but not too bad. And I probably can't fit another one there, so what we'll just do is just kind of adjust that one a little bit more, and that's fine for now. I'll probably touch it up later. But now we've got this sort of nice cool street parking without where they can park without being sort of horizontal, and you can see with this lane control there's no cars that are coming through this far left lane, they're all going in the right lane. And then to sort of even emphasize that this is kind of like a shared, I guess, pedestrian area, I can go back into traffic manager and I'll just sort of change these speed limits to probably not 10, probably 20. I'll probably do 20 in the whole area because that makes more sense, and then get rid of that. And then the cars kind of slow down a bit more, as you would expect for sort of that kind of area, and then we can go in and sort of detail with some yellow lines, the sort of areas where they can't park, or sort of no standing areas as well. So we'll get, actually I had the right one before. So we get this one, and we'll just sort of make up these sort of lines here. So let's go there, and then one there, like that. And I'll get the bigger line for this one, and just kind of use this to sort of create the sort of gutter line that we're going to have here. Something like that. Perfect. So that looks like proper markings as well. And then I'll probably just add one. Actually, I'll leave it for now. I'll get this small one and just kind of connect that up properly. So yeah, so now we've got these nice little parks, and again I'll have to touch up these smaller areas to sort of neaten it up as well, the area a bit, so you can put some nice planters in and things like that. Maybe increase the sidewalk and make it a bit larger of an area for people to walk around. So I'll get these ones because I quite like these, and we've used them in the university before, so it sort of works well, keeping it consistent. We'll stick that there, and then we will get these benches, and I might actually just sort of put, let's make it so you can sit here, like rather than this being a garden bed, make it more of an extension of the actual sort of sidewalk. So we'll put one there, and then we can get our trees, and we'll use some nice pines, I think, so maybe something a little bit bigger. I think that'll work well, so one of those, and then maybe this one. I don't want a bigger one. That might be okay. And then we kind of got this sort of on-street parking, which kind of changes up the street a little bit more, makes it a bit more realistic, and I really kind of like how that is. And the great thing is I can come and just copy and paste this as well. So I might even actually try this now. I need that, yep. Get that, copy it, and then yeah, and I can just sort of really put this in a new spot, which is really cool. I need to rotate this just a little bit, so it's lined up, and then sort of figure out where I want to put it. This might be the spot, but let's just sort of stick it there for now, and then let's go into Traffic Manager again, just figure out where these nodes are. They are sort of in the right spot actually, like that's not going to cause too many issues. So let's just make sure that these all work. So I put that one there, that one there. Right, so then we've got that sorted out, which is a lot easier than sort of doing it by hand. I just need to bring this down though so that we can, it's all sort of on the right level, and which means I probably need to bring up this street so that everything can be nice and level, like so. Just put these up, cool. And maybe if I just sort of swap out these trees for something a little bit different, just to mix up, maybe a sort of a bit of a bushier pine tree will be quite nice. So maybe if we get one of these ones, and maybe even get the shady tree, if it's not going to look too weird. So that one there. So now we've got this really nice sort of area, and what I might even also do is, because this is a uni area, I want to kind of make it a bit of a shared sort of pedestrian area, so I might even put like sort of decals, this sort of what's it called? So pavement decals, or I don't know what it is, but I'll show you what I mean. Sort of these things here, these tiling like details, which look quite nice. I think best one's probably this one here. I may even just sort of stick it along here, although that kind of is a bit tricky. But even just sort of here is like an entrance into this sort of parking area. So maybe to have one here. Oh, that's a bit tricky. Like that, and then let's put another one here. So it kind of acts as like an entrance into this sort of shared space area as well. You could even do the same here as well, if this will work and not look too bad. Let's get that there, and then this one can come to there. I might even do the same here as well, just to keep it nice and consistent with the rest of the area. So there, and then that one connects up to there. Perfect. So now there's this is the start of our, sort of off-campus university precinct, and you can see some of the areas. Some of the shops are growing out now, which is really good actually. I don't know whether putting these pops down has increased the land value, but this it's starting to look like a nice little hub as well. So now we can sort of do some more detailing work. I kind of want to put some concrete areas here just to fill in this area. So we just sort of fill this in like this, and for the same here as well. So just patch that up. Same with these sidewalks. I kind of want to make these sidewalks quite big when we put some of the other buildings in, so let's bring that there. Same with this one as well, so let's just there, and then the same here as well. Perfect. So now I want to start detailing more of the sidewalks. So I'm going to use some of these planters, and I think we're going to put more of them down. I might try and find the rectangular ones because I do want to use them. Yeah, so these ones I want to use. We use the line tool and really increase the spacing on that one. So maybe a bit more, 22 I think. Cool, so start one from here. We need to turn on the anarchy as well, and get rid of that, and then we can sort of drag these along. So let's go bring it to, actually we need to make a curve as well. Let's bring it around to there, and just do the same on this side. So let's have it from here. That was 23. And then just kind of put these two there as well. Then we can put fill this in with some trees. Just trying to think what sort of trees I want to use. So maybe more of the pines, just to maybe some of the thinner ones, I think. So maybe just put that one. And just fill these in here, and then that one there. Perfect. So now we've got some nice trees coming out, and starting to look like a really sort of nice communal area. I do want to add some more buildings, so let's see if I've got any small apartments. A little too big. Okay, so I might actually just add. Woo! So I might just actually add some, maybe 2 little sort of condos, like sort of maybe the sort of more well-off uni students, because I can't really find anything else to sort of put there at the moment. So I'm going to, although that's got dirt around it, so maybe not. I actually like that. Perhaps this one, something smaller. I think. Okay, this might work better. So let's put one here, and then one sort of there, and I'll just use the mover tool just to move this back away from the sidewalk, so we don't just get in the way of our plants. And then let's just push that to there. See if we can bring it up a little bit. And then I'll just copy this across. Just neaten that up like that. Do the same here. And then what I'll do is I'll probably get a path going from here to the university, so they can sort of walk there nice and easy as well. So let's do that now. So make this go there. Okay, so let's make this start here, and we'll just make this kind of wind around a little bit. Probably, actually, maybe like that, and then we'll make it go straight to about here. So there, and then we'll make it just kind of curve back in around to there, and then I'll connect up to that one there, and then I'll probably do the same here. So take this from here, show one from about there, and we'll connect this one up to here, to that one there as well. And then do I want to bring one from here? That could look nice as well. I like that, so let's keep it for now and just move that tree out of the way. Okay, so what I might do now is I might just fill up this area within residential, and then we'll come back and we'll do some more detailing on this area as well, because this look is starting to turn out quite nicely as well. And with a bit more detailing, I think this could be a very, very nice area in this part of the city. So I will be back shortly. Alright everybody, we are back. Just let this suburb develop up a little bit, and now what I want to do is kind of add some more connections to this suburb here, because as far as foot traffic and roads go, it's a little cut off from this area. We do sort of have this connection, but it's only, I feel like we kind of need more than one for this. So what we're going to do is connect up a road from here to somewhere around here as well. And what I might do is have like a nicer entrance, so I'll probably put this road with trees on it to sort of act as a nice little entrance gateway to this suburb. So what I might do is bring it up from here, and I'll make sure that this is, we've got forced ground, and I'm going to bring it from here, and let's just do it this way. So we'll make it go sort of there, and then kind of curve around like that, and make this like a nice sort of long winding road. I think that's going up a little bit, sort of. So then bring this to here. I can't tell if that's actually, oh yeah, it's going up ever so slightly, but I might make the elevation step just a little bit higher. So maybe is control up and down. So let's do 3, and we'll continue on. So let's just find 80 degrees there. Let's make it go straight actually to about here, and then we'll bring this around to that one, and then we'll just connect it up to there, and I might actually just make that a straight road. So let's put that straight on, and perfect. And then we'll just kind of fix these up with the zoning, that one, and get rid of that one, and let's leave an area here as well. Get rid of some of these trees. They're not in the way because we've already got trees on the side of the road anyway, so we're not going to really need them. Okay, so now we've got a nice little connecting path up to there, which is going to look quite nice as well. We could even put some retaining walls along here. And then what I want to also do is create like another pedestrian path that kind of runs alongside it as well. So let's do that now. I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make one here, and I'm going to make another one that sort of comes to where the train station is, because that's going to be a major hub for people to get off as well. But it's also next to the bus stop here, which is going to be really good. So we'll start by doing that. We've still got the force ground on, which is good. So let's make it go from... Let's actually not have force ground for this one, because the slope's not as bad for that. Take the elevation step down to 1 meter. And let's start this one, shall we? So I'm going to take it from here. Bring out the curve to about there. This is going to be pretty straight from here. It's going to kind of pretty much run almost parallel with this road. And what I might do is kind of bring it around here, and then kind of make it swing right around this sort of set of rocks here. So let's bring this a little bit further to there, and then this will kind of snake up this little track here as well. And I'm going to sort of try and weave it in and out of the trees a little bit just to make it more interesting. And I might even have it split off. So let's have one that goes right around to here, and then we'll have one that starts off from here and just comes right down to this path here, and we'll connect up like that as well. We may even make another path that kind of comes around there, and so it connects up like a bit of a scenic walk. So that connects up our suburbs a little bit, and then I want to also do one that connects up the train station. So I want to start this train station one first. Now I might do is I'm going to start it from here, and let's keep this pretty straight. Make it go up by 3, and then that gives them options to come across here without having to cross this part here as well. And now we can sort of turn on our curve tool and make a bit more of an organic shape that sort of comes along here. So let's bring it out to there, and I'm going to make it sort of curve around here like that, and then reset our curve, and then it's going to kind of sweep around, and again following this road here, so it's parallel pretty much, and then just kind of weave around the trees like so, and then we can make some nice rocks and trees to make this a really nice sort of footpath for people to use. And then I'll bring it to here, and I'll make this footpath quite wide because we're not going to put any zoning on this part of the street. So let's just bring this around here, and that connects up to there as well. And then we'll just bring this one around to probably the corner here. So I'll take this one from here, and this can go pretty straight, and that can sort of swing around to that one there, and we may even add another one there later on, but for now that's pretty good. I actually like that. I think this is quite a nice entrance as well, especially if we put some nice retaining walls and maybe even some rocks here as well, just to sort of pretty it up. maybe put like a small park as well. So that's that done. That should make traffic a little bit nicer, and also the fact that people can sort of get through here, and you can see someone's already using it already as well. And especially because there is a bit of a transport hub here, it's going to be really good just to ease any congestion coming through here as well. So now what I want to do is come back to the university just quickly, because we do need a little bit more parking. I was kind of looking at sort of some other research centres and other universities, and even some people that have actually made on city skylines, and we still need a little bit more parking. So I'm kind of going to do that here, because I wasn't really sure what this area was going to be, but I figured we may as well just extend this parking a little bit more, and that'll fill up that area as well. Make sure we've got, you know, a really realistic amount of parking for people to use. So let's get that one. So let's make this one come out from here, and I'm just going to make this straight. Let's grab this one, and we'll attach. Let's have one here, and then one there, and then we'll make another row that sort of goes in between these two, like so. So probably two there, and then I'll just kind of slide these a little bit closer, like that. Same with this one as well. I might even bring it just a little bit closer, because I don't want this to be like a separate street, but more like some laneways in between the car parks, kind of like this area as well. So let's do that one there, and we'll need to smooth this up as well. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of move this back a little bit so that it is aligned and we don't have any excess pathway, sort of laneways. I'll do the same with this one. Actually, you know what I might even do is just kind of make this go wrap around this one, so there, and then to that one, and connect up as well. Is that going to cause issues? I can probably just drag this a little bit to fix it up. I'll get these two and just bring it a little bit closer to there. Same with this one, just fix it up. That one. And there we go. And now we have our car park, our base car park set up. It'll need a bit of detailing work, obviously, but for now this is a pretty good start, and I'm pretty happy with how this looks as well. And it just kind of adds that extra bit of detail that makes this sort of university feel a bit more realistic now that we've got sort of appropriate parking space, because before we only really had little bits here and there, but you can imagine how many students would be going to a university, so it's good to sort of have that realistic sense of parking availability. So now what I can do is kind of neaten up this area and use these keys to just neaten this up a little bit. So let's bring this around, kind of following this road, like so. So that one, and just make this line up properly there, and then I'll probably make this straight because it's a pretty straight road. So to about there, and then we'll just kind of curve this round to about here, and I might even make it sort of swing around and sort of follow up this other road here as well for the time being, and see how that looks. We can always come back if it sort of doesn't work. So there. So now it's looking quite nice. I kind of like this sort of shape that sort of pokes out as well. And we can sort of even put like a nice sort of garden entrance here and on these sides for this part of the university. So I might even actually do a little bit of detailing on this car park. I think we need some some nice trees to act as a bit of shade as well. So let's first get some planters to use. I don't know if I want that one actually. I kind of want something a little bit, not the grass ones because that doesn't make sense, but some of those other ones that I've used before. Actually maybe these. I haven't used these for a while, so let's put these maybe one there and another one here, and then maybe sort of one in the middle like that, and we could maybe even have paths that kind of come through there as well. And then we'll do the same with this one here, so one there and one there, and probably have okay, so this keys are gonna mess up, but I might be able to use the move it tool to move it back up. Let's leave it for now. That could be a little tricky. I maybe even have like sort of two for this entrance area here. So let's go have that one there and that one there as well. And then we can start adding some nice trees as well. We used a lot of the shady bush trees, so maybe that one. I kind of want to use some of these big ones, so let's put one here, maybe one here, and then this one, maybe have like a couple here, like so, and let's maybe stick one of these just to mix it up a little bit. And we've got the start to our car park, so I'll leave that one there for now. I'll come back to it later, and I might even put maybe some fences along there. Hey there everybody, and welcome back. Just doing some detail work just before we finish off this episode. And as you can see, we've made our entrance to this uni community area a little bit nicer with sort of like a little garden area and some covered seating as well. Done some more work on the central area, so making it a bit more communal with sort of seats and landmark features and garden beds and all that sort of thing. Also added a little cafe area here as well. And I sort of made this nice little grill, but added sort of like a little pergola area to give it, just make it a bit different and give it some sort of shade as well. And then also you can see we sort of made these walkthrough areas for students to get around as well. The other thing we did is add some more accommodation onto this side, and just sort of filling in this area with some nice car parks, pathways, and sort of filler trees, etc., etc. We also added some backyard space for the uni students, so we've got like a nice pool and sort of pergola areas where they can sort of sit down. Same thing with this one as well, just sort of squeezing it into the areas that we have available, as well as some sort of back end detail in some of these alleyways as well. The other thing that we did was just did a bit more work on this car park, so you can see we've added in these nice little fences just to cordon it off. We've added some keys here just to neaten up the landscape with some more detailing, some nice trees and rocks to sort of make a nice entrance, and just added this nice little wall just to add a sort of more nice, well yeah, basically just a nice entrance into the university as well. We might add some more details on the right there as well, but that's pretty much it for this episode, and I think that's all the stuff that I detailed. Oh, and the other thing I've also done is added this nice little bus interchange, which I really like how it's worked out. I've used the decal method just to sort of add some sort of high areas, kind of like maybe like a speed bump sort of thing that buses would go over, but just add all these stops and detail up with some trees and sitting areas and stuff like that as well. But that's going to do it for this episode. I think next episode we're going to focus on some more industrial area, because we do have a lot of industrial demand, so we'll probably focus on sort of like the raw materials and office space, maybe even like a second sort of rail yard for import and export as well. But for now, that's it for this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.